It may look like an NBA basketball practice, but former Raptor and Canadian basketball Olympian Rowan Barrett sees this as his personal mission on the court.
Basketball is a way to really get to the kids. It's something that they're familiar with coming from all over the world. I mean, it's the second sport really behind soccer in the world. So there is a familiarity there. It's a secure, safe environment. It's a place they can come and meet friends, which is hugely important for kids coming from another nation, or anybody coming from another nation, as well as the socialization process that goes along with being with a group of people, and maybe even in a team type setting. So we try to provide that and try to make their transition a little bit easier. I had a kid write me. His name was Anish. He came from Sri Lanka, and he said that this is the highlight, of his week, to come here, and he feels so comfortable with the coach and at ease. He feels like he gets attention. I taught the kid how to throw a ball. For a young boy, that's a tremendous experience for him. And to me, I think it's a great thing that it's in a church, a loving environment.
And in the ever-changing and evolving forms of church in Canada, many feel that the Gateway Centre is on track and doing church right.
I think they're really, really open. They really sit down and actually take time to actually listen to what the youth need. And I feel like that's what's really missing these days, having older people take the time to listen to a youth.
It's like more of a family atmosphere, and that comes from the faith base that the community is. So, it's more family oriented. People are happy. People get along really well. So people are respectful of others, and it creates a good community like that.
While the Gateway Centre is challenging many people's thoughts on the traditional concept of church, Pastor Julius says the idea was birthed out of a need to be something more for its community, a community where nearly half its city's population is made up of immigrants.
What we have decided as a community of Christ followers is that instead of developing a church building, what we wanted to do is to develop a community center that will be open to the community. Hence, we can offer all kinds of services and all kinds of programs that would truly be relevant to the needs of the community that we're trying to impact here. We can do this in a creative way. We can do this in a manner that is relevant, in a manner that is meaningful to the people that we touch.
And everything is up for redefinition, including what to call this place.
Primarily, I think we need to once again wrestle with the word church. What is a church? And for the most part, many of us have embraced church as a facility, a place to go to, a place to meet, a building to assemble ourselves. And we have over 700 years of struggle in defining what a church is. And to us, what we have done as a community of Christ followers is we settle that issue. What is a church? Us, people that have been recipient of the goodness of God, that just wanted to band together and do something really wonderful for the community.
And it's truth that's dancing right into people's hearts.
When I was younger, I think I tried to fill up that missing thing in my heart, or you try to fill it up with attention from friends, like I joined a gang or something, right? Because you feel like, oh, you're welcome in there, right? Even attention from girls or something. I don't know. I tried to deal and do drugs because it's just something that you gotta fill up. But later on, you'll find out that nothing can really fill that thing in your heart, right? Until you find God. What I learned from somebody that told me everyone's redeemable. At that time, it was my choice whether I should continue that or look for something different. And so I looked at most of the people that I know that are actually happy, and a lot of them have faith in God, and strong faith in God. Because when I was younger, I know about Him, but I don't really know Him. I guess I woke up one day and said, I'm gonna choose to do something different today, and that's to believe in God and truly believe in Him. Because a lot of people can actually say they believe in God, but they don't do anything with it, right? When I said I believe in God, I told them and I promised them, you know what? Use me, right? Because I tried to use myself to make myself happy, but nothing happened. So you know what? I'll believe in you and whatever you want. So that's when I got the idea, maybe inspired by him, to form a group called The One. We were basically just looking for dance studios and stuff to practice and rehearse. And the funny thing is, we look everywhere in Mississauga, they always charge us for these things, right? And Gateway is the only actual place that welcomed us and said, you know what, you guys are doing something positive, you're doing it for God. They just let us use their studio. And from then on, the relationship with Gateway staff and the people around there just grew because of that welcoming feeling that we had. So as a crew, our intention is now to inspire people. Instead of just getting better in dance skills or just looking good when we're dancing, now we just want to dance, inspiring people, right? And Gateway helped us a lot with that because of the way they are.
For this hip-hop dancer, church is all about soul, and we're not talking about his shoes.
Well, with my group, and from what I believe in, as long as there's a congregation that talks about God and how good He is, I think it's a church. And as long as that group tries to help other people and inspires other people to believe in God, then that's a church, no matter where it is. Whether we're outside, we're at home, this is from my personal belief, and whether we're at Gateway praying, it's a church, and we can pray and talk about God all the time.
In Mississauga, Ontario, I'm Melinda Estabrooks for Listen Up TV.